Winter float fishing secrets. The only two floats you need for cold weather crappie fishing. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's getting chilly out there, and you know what that means, it's crappie season. But here's the big question I've been getting nonstop. When it's cold, should I switch to a super light, super sensitive float? Well, not so fast. Today I'm gonna break down the truth about float sizes for winter fishing, and trust me, if you get this wrong, you'll spend all day watching a motionless float. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you all know exactly which two floats we'll cover almost every cold weather fishing spot. Part 1. The myth about tiny floats. So yeah, smaller floats sound great. On paper they ray sensitive, they move easily, and everyone says they ray perfect for cold fish with light bites. But here's the problem. In real fishing, theory and practice are totally different. When the water gets cold, fish like crappie move slower and bite softer. True. But if you go too small with your float, it won't handle when deeper water or longer rods. You will spend more time fighting your rig than catching fish. Part 2. What really matters when choosing a float? There are 3 key things you need to think about before picking your float. 1. Fish size and activity. We remain targeting small to medium crappie in winter, so a smaller float makes sense. 2. Rod length. If you ray using a short rod near the bank, great, use that small float. But when the fish move deeper or farther out and you switch to a long rod, that tiny float just won't cut it. You need something bigger to cast well and keep your line tight. 3. Water depth. In shallow spots any float will work, but in deep water, small floats can get your bait down fast or stay stable. So again, bigger is better here. Part 3. The only 2 floats you really need. Serious lie, you don't need 20 different floats in your box. 2 is plenty. Small float around 1 gram. Perfect for shallow water or short rods. Up to about 4.5 meters 15 feet. This is your go-to when the fish are close and the wind's calm. Bigger float 2-3 grams. For longer rods or deeper spots. Say when you ray fishing 5 to 7 meters out 16-23 feet. The extra weight helps you cast better and keeps your bait where it needs to be. And if you ray wondering about material, go with nano floats. They're sensitive, durable, and cost-effective. People say reed floats are more natural, but honestly, nano gives you more bang for your buck and lasts longer. Part 4. How to tune your float the right way. Okay, once you've got your float, how do you set it up so it's not too stiff, but not too sensitive either? Here's my go-to setup for cold water fishing. For short rods and shallow water, just use your normal setup, maybe set the float so 2-3 markings are above water, what we call 3 up to down. You will read bites clearly and stay accurate. For longer rods or deep water, try this. Use a single hook setup, but add any piece of lead about 2-3 centimeters above the hook. Adjust the float so it sits just 1 or 2 marks above water. When the float slowly rises, that's your cue to strike. This method works beautiful even with bigger, thicker floats. Bonus tip: focus on location, not gear. Look, I love tinkering with floats as much as the next angler. But here's the truth: in winter, finding the fish matters way more than your float. A perfect setup in an empty spot won't catch anything, so spend that extra 15 minutes scouting a good location instead of overthinking your gear. Alright, that's it for today's video. So remember, keep it simple. 1 small float, 1 bigger float, and you're set for winter crappie season. Now I'm curious, what kind of float do you use when it gets cold? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your setup. And hey, if this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next fishing tip coming your way. Tight lines. Everyone, see you out on the water.